many tabs you have that aren't related to what we were talking about.
I just closed all mine, so I have 0 tabs.
Yeah, wait, no tabs closing, no tabs closing.
I already did. I did before we did this thing, because I always maximize it so I can see the wheel.
All right, well, if it doesn't land on it this time, you'll have to... You can press Control-Shift-T to open old tabs, and you have to press that to slowly reveal your tabs.
All right.
Oh, they
Come
all
on,
do 3,
Scottish
and then they're
accent.
13.
Come on, I've been practicing. Got biggest laugh.
Was it laughing at Bob's joke that we didn't laugh at originally?
It's quite a few... Oh. As you go. Those are fun. Something else?
Oh. Who lost the most points? Mark?
Neither of you lost points. Oh, I did. You're right. I lost points.
You literally lost the point, so you would get that one.
I mean, if you want to respin that one, that's fine, but you did lose the most points, yeah.
Look, it won't matter anyway. Unless this next one's a whopper of a different one.
And the next one is Bob wins. The most self-sabotage.
Also, Bark?
I think I got that too, yeah. I'm the only one that lost the points, so...
Man, I'm gonna get 3rd place.
Hey, man, I got a 1 on this one. Hey, not bad. Not bad, me. Good performance here. All right, we're gonna close that up. With 10.5 points, Bob takes the episode. He did bring the most topics of conversation to the fore, so I think that makes sense. Wade, it's actually good that you didn't spend your conditional point, because the wheels were not in your favor anyway.
Damn right.
Bob, what's your winner's excuse?
I didn't mean to. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just following Mark's instructions. If you're going to be mad at anyone, I think you should be mad at Mark about what happened today. That's my excuse.
That's good. Wade, what's your loser's excuse?
You can see by the charts, I was moving up until the point where I opened my mouth and everything went downhill. But I think now's the time to buy your Wade stock. Buy.
I don't think Jim Cramer rolled sleeves up that far, but maybe.
I don't have longer sleeves.
Oh, you're rolling your sleeves up.
I can't roll up.
Weren't the Jim Cramer jokes that we were doing before we hit record for this, so that the context for that is outside of this episode? We were just talking, and that was what we were talking about.
I deserve to be at the bottom.
Oh, man, yeah, it has not been Wade's episode. That is really funny. No one understands the numbers on the wall. Look at the numbers.
Was that before we started recording? What a callback.
Listeners, you're not missing anything. All of you out there, we talked about Jim Cramer, the guy from Mad Money, before this episode, and Wade can't remember what happened when, so he's been referencing that the entire time. Just so you know.
All right, well, thank you guys. All right, there he goes. That was an entertaining episode. Bob goes from not even being here at the beginning of the episode to taking it all, and I think that is...
Hey, and Wade left.
And now Wade's gone. It ends as it began. Thank you, Bob, who is also known as MySkirm on YouTube and Twitch. Wade, thank you, Lord Minion777 or Minion777 on Twitch and YouTube. I am Markiplier. This has been Distractable. Merch very soon, sooner than you think. Have a good day. Podcast done.
This episode of Distractable is presented by Vitamin Water. Some drinks are fun, some are functional, but Vitamin Water said, why not both? There is nothing more refreshing than like a nice Vitamin Water ice cold sip in the heat.
I only drink zero sugar drinks, so of course I'm a fan of the zero sugar, rehydrate, pineapple, passion fruit.
I'm a big pineapple guy. Pineapple good. Born in New York City, built for people who work hard and play hard. Grab a Vitamin Water today, copyright 2025 Glasso. Vitamin Water is a registered trademark of Glasso.
Good evening, gentle listeners or watchers, and welcome to Distractable. This episode, Brassy Gassy Bob lives the learning curve and takes a meander down memory lane. Michaelian Mark bites hard, propounds communal computing, slaps AT&T, and displays dominance. Or does he? Wick like Wade has worms, rejects a hard sale, unicycles, and is constipated with Backman. From Vlad's favorite to Wade's tight hole. Yes! It's time for I Farted during this episode. Now sit back and prepare to be distracted and enjoy the show.
Hello everybody, welcome back to yesteryear's favorite podcast, the podcast of your grandparents' podcast they listened to while they were slugging down their morning coffee. That's right, podcast from a century ago. World famous, Distractable. I'm running out. This is a hard bit to do, guys. I'm not gonna lie.
Nailed it.
I'm running out of people's favorites. Who could like us? I've already said everyone likes us. Who could it possibly be next?
Vladimir Putin's favorite podcast. Distractable.
Old Vlad.
Old Vlad, as we call him. Yeah, you wondered who this mysterious fourth member was? Well,
V-Dog. Oh, get in here. Now, welcome back to Distractable. If you've never seen the show before, I'm hosting because I won the last one. The other two guys who are here are going to compete to win this one, to host the next one. It never ends. Please save us. But my competitors for today, as always, are going to be Mark and Wade. Say hi, fellas.
hello.
Ah, fellas.
One of you can listen.
Oh. Damn it, Wade. Get your ear infection out of your ear and listen.
Oh, that's okay. It's spread to my ass at this point. I'm one long infection, like a tapeworm of infection.
How's your ear spread to your ass? You go ear to ass, man? You go straight from ear to ass?
You don't?
You never heard of the ear-to-ass canal?
Nope. Never heard of that one.
That's a famous shipping route at the turn of the 19th century. When were canals? The 1800s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's how I know I'm close to death. If you combine hearing and arse, you get hearse.
That's pretty good.
I feel like technically you get hearse, but I'll give it to you.
There is a passage from your ear to throat or mouth. It connects. It helps equalize pressure, right?
Keep going. Keep going.
And if you keep going down, technically so, it's one long continuous thing to your butthole. So I guess he's correct.
You ever vomit out your ears?
Nope.
What Mark is saying is it's physically possible to fart out your ear. I'm reading this correctly.
Yes, yeah.
And when you like close your mouth, plug your nose, and blow, and just
Wouldn't that explode your eardrums?
That would be so fucking funny.
That'd be so funny. Watch the blood just
Farts out the ears? Come on. Come on.
how many points to explode live on the podcast?
Hey, your ear infection will probably feel better if you just blew up your whole head.
Yeah. If you don't have an eardrum.
Can't have an ear infection without a head.
That's tempting.
I have an episode for today as per the constitution and regulations of this podcast, but before we get into that, how you guys doing? You got any of them small talks? Anything going on? What's the news?
Well, where's he from?
He's just pretending. Just has an ear
He
infection.
just doesn't want to go.
Yeah. What? You should have picked a wilder facial expression.
Okay, so like most of my things, it's all technology based, right?
Unbelievable.
Okay, so I've had this gripe before about like Intel, how the new chip that they had got shat on, and it's actually pretty good. So it's just like, again, everyone who thinks that the new Intel chips are bad, They're not, actually. They're really not. And I talked about this on a Power Wash episode. And I was like, is there a global conspiracy to try to shut down Intel because basically America's only leading chip manufacturer, and if they don't have it, if it goes out of business or something gets sold, wouldn't that be? Anyway, this is not about that at all. I realized that it was always within my grasp to have high speeds, but I was so focused on these pathetic, pitiful consumer level things that I didn't realize that there were complete solutions to get extremely high speed data access to your computers right from your PCIe slots.
What?
I'm about to have 50 gigabytes per second transfer speeds. 50 gigabytes.
What? From what to what? From whence does that happen?
So this is it's actually a relatively new product, but I could have done this at any time with networking because I'm dumb and storage servers and whatnot. I was building this render farm and I never actually did anything. But there's this card that you can put in to your computer, like a PCIe slot, right? And in the back is a full PCI bandwidth connector that takes that to an external enclosure, right? And so I bought that, and I have SSDs lying around because I've done a ton of storage. I have movies and I have files, and so I never throw anything away or never sell anything. So if I reformat them, put them there, I get a full 8 SSDs, NVMe SSDs of speed through a full pipeline right into my computer. And I've been dealing with piddly little Thunderbolt with its 40 gigabit per second connection when I could have had 50 gigabytes per second of pure data transfer.
Wow. That is a lot.
Potentially more, actually. Potentially more.
I don't think I have enough data that I've ever stored on any hard drive that makes a difference to me. I would just be able to jump my shit back and forth across that all collectively as one hunk. It's a lot of things.
It is so much, but let me tell you, I still, even after all my networking improvements that I've done in my editing process, I had to transfer the movie to a new drive because I wanted to work on it with a computer with a 4090 in it, which I have. But transferring it just to even an array that I have on fast drives through Thunderbolt, it took a day. It still took a day to transfer the stuff.
Jesus.
A day. And that's an improvement from the 3 days it took maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. It took a day. I don't have a day to waste for this to transfer. And then it failed the first time, so I had to do it a couple times like it always does. If I have this, I could transfer the whole thing in. It probably would still take 3 hours, but 3 hours is better than a day, you know?
I mean, yeah, that's a dramatic improvement, but damn.
It's still a long run time.
Oh, you know what you could do is just play the movie on the screen and aim a camcorder at it, and then you'd have it on the camcorder. You just send that to whoever.
I get you. Yeah, you're thinking.
Then it's only the runtime of the movie itself, which, that's pretty good compared to a whole day.
Yeah, man, but the world of technology out there is so vast, and there's so many obvious things that I don't have. The problem is, I'd have to get it onto that drive in the first place, and all of my other slower things. It would still take a day to get it onto that big fast array, but then I could start transferring it to everything else faster. Anyway, I don't know anything about technology. As much as I yap about it, I really don't.
No, I've been trapped in that pit. Yeah, we've talked about this before, I think. That graph of you're starting to learn something and you feel like you're learning, and then you keep learning and you fall into the pit of realizing how much shit there is that you're never going to understand. Yeah. And then you're supposed to keep pushing through and climb back out on the other side, and now you're an expert. I've been trapped in the middle part of that with technology my entire life. I know enough to be there's so much cool shit. I don't know enough to use any of it in a useful way or to know what I should do. I know every time I have a tech problem, I'm there's definitely a solution out there for this, but is Google how to transfer data fast and then see what there's a gap in what exists and what actually put to use.
I mean, yeah, legitimately, that's what it is.
I feel like you got to be close to coming out the other side, because I'm sure there's a ton of shit that you're aware of that you're you don't understand or you don't, but you know so many things. So cool.
I don't even know the beginnings of it, because my render farm is very powerful, but it still is woefully under Like, you know, at the NVIDIA CEO, when he's talking about the more you buy, the more you save with his $10,000 graphics cards, while he's hawking a server rack that's as bigger than the shelf behind me, that probably cumulatively in the whole rack costs like $10 million.
Jesus.
And that's just to go really fast.
You need a render cooperative or a render collective farm.
What is that?
A group of farms.
Those are types of farms. What a
Render collective.
This is my render cooperative. I have 16 garages, each stacked with...
every bathroom in every building I have access to, it's stuffed full of servers.
I am a man with 10 garages of render farms.
There was a town that once had like only one internet provider, right? It was probably Spectrum. Let's be honest, it's probably always Spectrum, because they were bad service and stuff. So the whole town just said collectively, we're gonna start our own internet provider because fuck you. And they just bought one server for like their town, and they hooked into the grid that is public grid. The actual infrastructure going interstate and inner city is like public because it has to be. And then like, I mean, occasionally they'll lay their own cables and stuff like that, but usually it's like infrastructure level. So they tapped into that and were like, we're going to manage our own internet, and then they for the entire community at way faster speeds than the other company was doing, and then they took it over. Right? Are you looking that up, Bob?
I'm Googling it. This appears to have happened multiple times. I'm seeing a person named Jared Mosh started Washtenaw Fiber Properties, LLC, to provide internet to his rural community in Michigan. But there is a similar type story that happened in Dillon Beach, California. Apparently this has happened more than once. But yeah, people just get sick of the ISP being useless garbage. And turns out if you have enough resources or a small enough community or both, you could just do that.
I can't believe we're all still not mad at like AT&T and those other fiber companies where in the 90s or 2000s the government basically allotted billions of dollars to put fiber across the whole United States, and they did it. And then they just didn't use it. Or in cases they didn't do it and they took the money and ran. But there are fiber lines everywhere, and people have forgotten about it.
I actually didn't know that happened.
Oh, absolutely. They didn't know there was a fiber line literally connected to my house. I had to have someone from the company come out here and look, because I was like, I think I've talked about it before. I was like, I'm going to pay for someone to dig a line because I'm like, I just need fiber. It was. And by the time they came out here, it was like, we're gonna do a console, we'll see how long it is, we just gotta find where the closest junction is. And then they went around back my house, they were like, you know, they pluck the string.
You see them unwrapping it. Yeah, we'll have to install one.
And it was crazy because the installation cost was a big fat $0, because even they were like, well, we don't need to do anything.
Turns out all we needed to do was, oh, look at that, you got fiber, look at that.
Yeah, it's just stupid. And then of course the power company ripped that fiber right out of the wall when they were replacing one of the power poles nearby. They just fucking whang.
That's the best.
Well, they had to make sure they sprayed the ground to mark where the cables are so they knew where to remove them.
Yeah, we'll fix that for you if you pay us. Dude, construction guys are wild about that stuff. I don't know if this is universal, but my parents, when I was in like high school, had a deck. We had some issues in our backyard. We had a deck, but it was like flooding kind of the basement. It was a whole thing. And so they had like guys dig out and put more of a foundation in. And so they were digging pretty deep into the backyard around. And we saw that and we walked over and we're like, oh shit. Whoa, what do we do with that? And he climbed out of the excavator, climbed up across the boom arm onto the bucket, and was like holding it with his bare hands, no shirt, just like, get off, get. And we were like, what if that's a power line, you fucking psychopath? And he was like, that's probably not. That doesn't seem thick enough that it would really hurt me.
They hardly ever bury these. You think?
And it turned out it was a power line. It really fucked up the power to our house pretty good, and I had to fix that. But he just literally was just like, get off of the thing, god damn it. We were like, wow. oh, we're about to see a man get fried. Oh shit, go dial 911 and wait.
9-1 wait.
Anyway, I love when construction guy. I'm gonna give myself a point for that. Yeah.
Bob, that might be biggest laugh if that comes up.
Yeah, give yourself a point for that one, Bob. He's going to be in the lead, man. Wait, we got to get him.
9-1 wait is the best thing I've heard.
Well, modernly on cell phones, I get you just type in 911, but don't hit call, so it's even more efficient. You know.
Anyway, that's all I got for my updates.
I didn't know that thing about the government paid them to put fiber and then they just straight up didn't use it though. That's great. That's dope.
Yeah, they built a nationwide fiber optic network by commissioning a bunch of companies, and it cost about $200 billion to replace the existing copper network with fiber to serve the nation's homes. Bringing fiber optics to every home would have cost anywhere from 150 to 500 billion. Yeah, it wasn't fully deployed. They pocketed a lot of money. It's called the broadband scandal or something like that.
Neat.
Yeah, so people should not be happy. I'm still not happy with AT&T for their stupid bullshit 5GE. Whenever I had a 4G phone, you remember that, and then 5G was starting to roll out, and then same phone, but AT&T was like, what if we rename what it currently is, which is 4G, to 5GE? It's like the 5G experience. That was their excuse. I was so mad. I was at the gall, like the sheer balls to just do something like that. What?
Mark, they just needed you to buy some more stuff. Okay? Do you know how hard it is to get people to give you their money and give them the minimum amount possible? You know how complicated that is? As a general business practice, it's tough. I think you should have a little sympathy.
Thinking.
For late.
Whoa. I don't like that very much.
Yeah, I didn't either. Because, we have a no soliciting sign we put on our driveway because I got really fucking tired. We're like, Girl Scout cookies only.
That'll get them.
But I don't understand. Someone sees that sign and they're like, I'm a solicit. And you know what? I'm a solicit. Ignored their sign. Why am I at your house from this angle where I can't see on the... You know what you need? New guards. I don't. That's you. More about arguing. No, I don't. Please go. Gutter guards. I don't know if that's the brand. That's a brand name. I don't mean to insult gutter guards specifically, but some kind of fucking gutter protection. I wasn't even listening. Gutter guards
Just weeping right in. Like,
It's the Leo DiCaprio meme. He's like, that's the guy I told my boss about who showed to buy my gutter guards. And there was a guy at our door. He rang the doorbell. We weren't at the house at the time. Rang our doorbell and then just stood outside for like 5 minutes. Just waiting. Like, oh yeah, man, I heard the doorbell 10 minutes ago. Sorry, I thought I'd answer it now. 3 hours later, comes back, does the exact same thing. And apparently he did the same thing to one of our neighbors, and our neighbor was like, no, we don't want you. They have a no soliciting sign. Maybe you shouldn't go there either. The guy's like, I don't have to listen to those. It's like, what do you expect to happen? Do you think I'm going to be so enticed by your shit-ass product to be like, oh, man, I should have extra solicit?
What you do is you got to walk with like a note. Are you registered as a in our and the just so I could look at, I'll scare him away.
A registered solicit offender? Is that funny?
I was about to laugh.
I said it, I was like, I immediately feel bad. That's not good.
What, you feel bad for who?
Gutter guards or whatever. It has to work.
Like, someone over the age of 18 who's coming to sell me some bullshit. It's like, I'm not going to change my mind. Nothing you can say unless it's just like, would you like this suitcase full of money? Like, then maybe be like, you know what? Sure.
A bigger no solicitor sign. They didn't see it. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's probably
Like the size of like a graduation celebration sign, like 15 feet.
It's always like house repair, tree removal, or getting rid of bugs. They're like, hi, I'm not Terminix. I'm that other company. Bug go bye-bye. Would you like some bug go bye-bye sprayed on your floors? What do you mean sprayed by? There it is. See? No bugs on your face. There it is. See? No bugs on your face. That'll be $50.
My dad actually had that happen. Not in the face, right? But it was some, I don't know, like a cleaning spray salesman. And he not only threw dirt on my dad's shoes, he like splashed and then sprayed it, and it just more. He's like, oh no. My dad was so mad. I remember I was just a little kid at the time. It was like
Your dad's fresh moccasins, and he's like, "This will come right out. Look at this paint, permanent marker." Yeah, sorry. I fucking hate solicitors. I hate them. I hate when they come to my door and they don't leave, and then you tell them no, and they're like, "No? Do you mean like actually yes? Wait, hold on. Just give me paper discount."
Yeah, you're not obligated to be polite with them. You can literally just be like, nope, close the door.
I know, but that's hard for me to do. I'm like, no, thank you.
Like, you don't have to, like, threaten them or be rude, but you can literally just be like, no.
No, thank you. You want 2 times the product? No, just get out of my...
Sounds fun. Sounds like a party.
But have they come since the sign? That's the question.
Yeah, did they walk past the sign, or...
In and out, they walked right by it. In fact, the dude had like one of those little one-wheeled Segway things, whatever the fuck they're called, the little wheelie thing.
One wheel.
Oh, this little one-wheel things. What are they called?
They're called unicycles. I don't fucking know.
Unicycles, yep. You're getting closer. I have a feeling.
Uniwheelie.
This episode is brought to you by Cash App. Making money moves should be easy, and that's why there's Cash App. It's safe, fast, and honestly just way more personalized than any other apps out there.
Do you ever just send somebody a few bucks and say, you know what you did?
No, but I really like that.
You should prank me. Prank me with that.
Mark, if you want to really scare someone, you should send them, I don't know. But look, I have a list that is really fake. That's it. There's no, it's another binary list of are made up. Wanted to go talk. It's like some of these I feel like we should know. Some of them I didn't realize were real titles, so we'll get to those as we get. I want to talk about it. I was interested. We've done so many of these now. I don't remember them all. I'm not claiming that I do. But I'm just curious how good your guys' memory of all the fun times that we've had is. I'm gonna flip a coin to see who goes first, I suppose. Oh, and I do want to address this. Someone on the subreddit had a gripe about how they ascribe to the flip theory of flip, catch, flip it onto your hand.
That's harder to show on camera. That's the way I do it normally, but...
Yeah, well, and several people, like, their original comment was like, these fucking... even know how to hurricane? Or... It's a flip. Flipping it onto the back of your hand doesn't do anything. It's just flip.
One more
Manipulating your coin.
I feel like lands, yeah.
What I was touching, I think that
Yeah, head. I don't know.
Pretty low. I'm running ideas. You
Okay.
how many on
3.
we
About Jesus, whatever.
all right?
The chance like going wrong.
It kind
that is how that works. Yeah, no, unless you know anything, unless you have information.
of can't pull anything by this guy. He's sharp as a whip.
This is why I have such a good winning streak.
Sharp as a rivet, this one. Mark, Real or fake? We did an episode called Aliens Among Us.
I mean, that sounds like something we do. I can't remember. Did we?
Would you like me to answer, or?
No, I'm asking God. Did we? Did we?
You have to ask dramatically if you want him to answer.
You know, I'm actually going to say no because it sounds like something we do, but I can't remember what we would have talked about.
You say fake?
Yeah, I think it's fake. But...
That's real.
Ah.
Your instinct was accurate. We did do that. Wait, true or false? Or real or fake, more accurately. We did an episode called Moist Appreciation.
If we didn't, I like it. We should.
I don't like it at all.
This is just episode ideas. All the fake ones we're gonna make.
I literally opened up my podcast ideas sheet for that.
Hey.
To write new ideas.
Well, these are already written on my ideas list, so I guess we'll see who wins first.
Well, I'll see who gets them first.
You have to actually win an episode to host something, so...
How am I allowed to cheat, Bob? How am I allowed to cheat? How much cheating can I do?
I will use browse.
That seems like a bigger cheating than... I'm just... You know what? Here, I'll read you my ideas. No, I won't. I don't want to spoil it.
No, stop stalling. Real or fake?
There's only... Ralts.
Well, you're correct. That is fake. But also, you had a decent chance of guessing that one.
Moist. Oh, hold on. I don't remember the idea. Just
Moist appreciation.
Moist is an idea for an episode.
Mark, real or fake? We did an episode called The Egg Gambit.
The egg gambit?
Yeah.
When would we have talked about egg?
I don't know. We've probably talked about eggs at some point, but...
Nah, that sounds fake. I don't think that was real.
That is in fact fake. That's fake. Great job.
We keep changing the terms of this.
Wait, what do you mean? What was it? Real or fake? Wasn't that it?
True, false, real, fake, fake?
I corrected myself from true, false. Calm down now. All right, The Egg Gambit, fake. Great episode idea, probably. Wade, real or fake? We did an episode called Toilets and Triumph.
I've had a lot of toilet talk over the years.
Yeah, you have. You really have.
But have I ever been triumphant?
It's like one of your favorite topics, really.
It's got alliteration. It's got toilets in it. It's got to be true.
I'm sorry, Toilets and Triumph is fake.
You know what? It's on the list.
Oh, I just gave you a point for being wrong. Hang on.
I take those.
We'll correct that later. Hang on. Okay.
I take those.
Mark, real or fake? Real or fake? We did an episode called All Nighters.
I'm sure that's real. We had to have. Right?
Are you asking God again, or?
No, you. Maybe. Are you God?
Yes. No. Yeah, we dead.
If your answer is real, your answer is correct.
Yeah, I think I remember we talked about all-nighters because we shared times we did all-nighters.
Oh, fuck. All our just right in.
Wade, real or fake? We did an episode called Mind Control Beginners.
Right. Mind control.
Yeah. What would we have talked about? Imagine it, because you were there. If it was real.
Balls. I don't think so. Did we?
Nah, you're right. That's false.
Sounds like a great one. Man, these are all sound like great ideas.
Yeah, write that down. Write that down. These are bangers. These are bangers right here. All right. I swear this is just a randomly assorted list of the stuff I came up with, but I feel like you might get this one, Mark. Real or fake, Mark? We did an episode called 20 More Questions, at least. I love that this episode is coming up in the exact context of the episode itself, where it's like, you probably should remember it, but also, is this a trick question?
Okay, so you did 20 easy questions, and then you did it again later. I know that. And then there was a most recent edition of it. So if it was real, it would be that middle one. What did you say the title was?
The title is 20 More Questions, at least. At least is in parentheses at the end.
We do love a good parenthetical. I'm gonna say true, real, true.
That's real.
Oh,
that
yes.
That was the second 20 questions episode.
Yeah.
Damn, you even guessed which one it was.
Mark's encyclopedic knowledge of our
Right.
real or fork.
Real or fork?
I love this game. Is that real or a
Salad
Go!